Watch out what we can do.
The Seahawks defense will have its hands full with Aaron Rodgers on Thursday, and they have an expert playing the role on the scout team in practice. That's former Green Bay backup Brett Hundley, who is now Wilson's backup. Hundley told me his approach to impersonating number 12 is pretty simple. Run around a little bit and just sling it. For more on this matchup, here's Randy Moss in Green Bay.
As we speak, the Packers are likely in the air and headed towards Seattle in search of their first road win of the season. Earlier today, Aaron Rodgers spoke glowingly about his number one receiver, Davante Adams, as well as young running back Aaron Jones. Rodgers said that Adams deserves to be considered as among the very best receivers in the NFL, and that opposing defenses apparently already feel that way based on the coverages that he sees. Jones, he said, is a much-needed weapon, especially in the red zone. He said they need to continue to find more opportunities for Aaron Jones.
Thank you, Tom P. Let's take a look at that NFC playoff picture. That's if postseason were to begin today. Rams, Saints, Bears, Redskins, all division leaders, all sitting pretty right about now. But the teams with wild card slots and those in the hunt squad that may want to keep part of the tennis up for, specifically the Green Bay team. Our team, Jones said, will go 7-1 over the last 8. Do you keep our problems up? Yeah, keep those antennas up. Make sure that we're not going to problems because of that. Now, speaking of Green Bay, Packers in Seattle versus Dangerous and the Seahawks on Thursday Night Football. Now, Green Bay, Sean, as we know, they've struggled on the road. 0-4 as it stands right now. So how can they get that win in the home of the 12?
Well, we just heard Randy Moss talking about the red zone. And I think when you look at the Green Bay Packers, and we talked about this offense here until Alexis Reggie Wayne gets giddy, and so is James Jones. We're talking about Davante Adams and what he needs in this offense. I don't think Seattle has a corner that can cover this guy. Let me show you some plays in the red zone here. This is against Minnesota. That's Xavier Rhodes. And he's pretty good. Watch this after the catch move right here. All right, this is called getting free in a phone booth right here. And when you get down the red zone, everything's tight. The windows, the throwing is a little tighter. As a receiver, it gets harder to break free. But now we saw him on the outside. How about on the inside? In the slot right here. That's Terry Slade with inside leverage right here. And watch this little wiggle right here. Oh, he hit him with a Allen Iverson crossover right there. And this is what I think, when you couple this with Aaron Rodgers, I know we struggled on the field, but this is what they're going to need to get a victory in Seattle. Now, I look at the Green Bay Packers. The biggest key really is, can you get Aaron Rodgers the ball at the end of the game? The last two road losses, obviously a couple of fumbles, and all that. But I think they're going to be okay running the football. Seattle still going to figure out how to stop that jet sweep. They got beaten up by it for a couple of weeks now, and I think Aaron Jones will be a nice compliment. But it's that red zone. Aaron Rodgers has 8 touchdowns in the red zone to Davante Adams. He's thrown 12 of them total, but 8 of them to the Broncos, so that's his guy.
Big brain on Sean. Now, 4 Green Bay losses, 3 of them have come to division leaders Washington, of course, the Rams, and the Patriots. So there's that.
Predictions, prognostications, hunches, hot takes, call it what you want. Doesn't change what it is. A sneak peek at what's going to happen before it does. Coming up, former ballers with a crystal ball.
The Giants and the 49ers are not in the playoff picture, but they were on the field, and Eli's back in the news. 3 weeks to your fantasy playoffs means 3 waiver wires to make a winning move. Babs has a plan. And finally, will Le'Veon's decision pay off? And who should be ready to pay up? Of course, Lev in a new uniform still to come.
NFL Total Access is brought to you by Wendy's Dollar Fries. Get any size you want for a limited time at participating Wendy's.
Wrangler jeans are made for those who roll with the times. Like him, and her, and these two. New styles, great fits. Wrangler, real comfortable jeans.
Once upon a time, Europe erupted with agave, and a hero named Jose Cuervo started making history. At the Battle of Puebla, Cuervo was there to load the shots. When Prohibition left us dry, Cuervo crossed the borders to quench our thirst. Then Cuervo met the beauty margarita, and the world's most famous cocktail was born. And it was Cuervo that turned the beach volleyball into history. For over 220 years, Jose Cuervo has made history, and 100% agave Cuervo Tradicional.
We wish you a $5 bill up. We wish you a $5 bill up. We wish you a $5 bill up. Now give us $5. Is this a commercial?
Try a $5 fill-up at KFC.
Great day. We got football, baby.
You know my language right there.
We might go quietly into the night.
This team is different.
They're loaded on both sides of the ball. Each celebrity gets one after the other.
They called me a goat.
I was thinking WWJD. What would Justin do?
We are with Carson Wentz, the Philadelphia Eagles.
What do we expect today?
That's incredible.
That's why we're the best.
I've made many discoveries in my life, but you don't have to be an Einstein to know it's more important than ever to keep dreaming.
Keep your dreams alive. Start with a good night's sleep. Unison's sleep tabs help you fall asleep 33% faster.
I'm expanding the company to 15 new markets. How hard could it be? I should have asked Markham.
Ever wonder where the people with all the answers get all the answers? Ask Markham, accountants and advisors.
There's luggage that falls apart, and luggage that costs more than a plane ticket. Now, there's something new. The perfect suitcase. Made away, thoughtfully designed luggage. That charges your phone. Fits everything.
Get him, man!
And lasts forever. Try any suitcase for 100 days. Visit awaytravel.com.
Last game of week 10 in Santa Clara last night with 3 teams in attendance. The Niners, the Giants, and the Paradise High School football team, every member of which lost his house in last week's fire. So that'll keep things in perspective as we talk about a couple of teams that have been struggling for wins this year. The Giants just one win heading into this one, fought for every point. Odell Beckham Jr. touchdown in the third, brought the Giants to within 3. Eli Manning threw 3 touchdowns in this one and took the lead here in the fourth, a big 3-yard touchdown to Sterling Shepard. Final score 27-23, the Giants' second win of the year. Here's his thoughts.
There was just some plays that I feel like I left out there that, you know, like I always tell you, I'll never forget. So, most importantly, man, we coming in here with a win instead of the score. Going in there and it being 20-23, we come out with a win. So that's all we go for. The offensive line honestly did a great job all night. He had time to throw it. I got to go back and watch the film and see everything, but I felt like we put a game together. I don't think it was my very best game, but we got the win, and that's all that matters.
Well, what a difference a week makes. Those New York headline writers pretty sure they retired Eli earlier this season, and now he's still the man.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Sean O'Hara, their first win since September. All right, I see. Get in your digs. It's cool. You guys won. What was different?
I thought the pocket was cleaner. You heard Odell talk about that. I thought the offense, they established Saquon earlier on. I thought that was a big difference. That helped the offensive line be physical. It helped Jamon Brown, who was kind of making his first start at right guard. It really kind of helped them get a little cohesion. But that protection allowed Eli to settle down. Now, he still missed a couple, but he also had a couple drops as well. But the first goal right there, the touchdown goal right there, was a nice pickup on the line, pass off the foot. This one a different one. Before that, they came right back and they
I'm down, man.
But this play right here, I thought was a big move because you couldn't see from that angle, but Eli had somebody very right there on. So those throws right there, they're just stacking confidence bricks right there. And I think sometimes momentum is a big thing. And I think you saw Eli get some momentum, this offense started to get it, and I think both sides of the ball really started to feel that swagger.
This is a game that totally could have gone the other way, though. Let's be clear. This game right down to the final seconds. They got the help from the San Francisco defense, which had some penalties on that final game-winning drive for the Giants. And Nick Mullins was firing in on that final drive, but just wasn't able to find the leader.
I gotta go over that too. I ain't saying the session.
I thought he actually outplayed Eli Manning. I know they weren't going against each other, but I thought he played really well, especially in this offensive system. And then you see Matt Breida
right here. I can't say enough about the job that Matt Breida has been doing in this Kyle Shanahan offensive system. I mean, he's got a burst, he's slippery, he runs stuff, and he can outrun you. And I love everything about what Kyle Shanahan is bringing to this team because you see players like George Kittle right there, Nick Mullen, they're just thriving in this offensive system. It's the same offensive system that his daddy used to run in Denver that I fell in love with. I wish I could have played in this offense. I never got a chance to. Tatum Bam.
You know I'm not drinking that wine.
What wine? This ain't on the table. That ain't the wine.
Interesting twist.
Well, you know I got Drake.
Opponent for both of these games is the Tampa Bay
It tastes
Buccaneers.
good.
The Giants have them this week. The Niners have a bye. And
You know I got Drake. I was waiting on answer. You know I got Long Island, the apple, and the tequila. This little 5% alcohol.
5 touchdowns and a passing rating of 158.3.
Watch answer, don't need Drake.
There's Mr. Trubisky. He was balling as well. 148.6 passing rating. And Jared Goff.
I don't know how you do it.
So Reggie,
try something new, bro. That's all.
top of this week for you, Mike.
Mitchell Trubisky, come on down. You're my guy. Listen, money making Mitch.
I ain't seen him in a while. He
just lit him up 20 of 30, 355 yards passing and 3 times.
Why they retired, bro?
People are not talking about the Chicago Bears. They're sliding in the radar. Starting with Mitchell Trubisky.
All right, that's through the air. How about we hit the ground? And Nick Chubb, he did that. He hit the ground running 176 yards. And Aaron Jones, 145 yards and 15 attempts. And MJB last week said, feed Zeke. The Cowboys did that. 19 attempts. And the Cowboys got rid of the Eagles. So, Reggie, who's coming for your number one spot this week?
You know what? Aaron Jones is my third round player of the week. You know, I'm so used to seeing Aaron Rodgers highlight the Green Bay Packers. That was almost weird to see Aaron Jones, the running back, scoring touchdowns and making plays for the Green Bay Packers. That's exactly what he's been doing over the last couple of weeks, making the most of his opportunities. He averaged almost 10 yards a carry against the Miami Dolphins. The running game has been an area of weakness for the Green Bay Packers for a long time now. Green Bay, let's not overthink this one. Feed Aaron Jones, give Aaron Rodgers a balanced attack, and you'll get back to the top of the division. Back to you, folks.
Thank you, Reggie. Now, vote now until 3 o'clock Eastern Time on Thursday over at NFL.com/FedEx for all your favorites. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to reveal the winner on Total Access right after Thursday Night Football. So make your voice heard and make it heard off. Now, Reggie Wayne's played over 200 games for the Colts. Over 1,000 passes and over 14,000 yards. And yet he's only got one hot take for his former team. He even knows them a little more than that. After the break, Weezy, this better be good. Don't let us down, man.
We're more than just $5 medium wage. Breadsticks, bone out with pasta and new simplified mini rolls. Ritz $5 lineup, the best size for your pizza. $5 each, just 2 or more.
You ain't gotta wait on answer. You know it's average drugs in there. He might not drink anyway.
Haunts me every day.
Should have picked me, man.
Pepsi, fantasy football, all season long. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hi, I'm Paul. I switched to Sprint because they have a great network, and I knew I'd save a ton of money. Sprint's nationwide LTE advanced network is now up to 2 times faster than when I switched, and their total LTE coverage is 30% larger. That's big news. And don't forget unlimited. Sprint's Unlimited can save you nearly $1,000 in the first year over Verizon and AT&T. Just think what you can do with all that extra money.
Up to 2 times faster than before. See how you can save nearly $1,000. Sprint. Here we go.
Discover, I like your card, but I'm absolutely not paying an annual fee. Discover has no annual fee. Really? Yeah. We're just what we think. You would not believe how long I've been rehearsing that.
No annual fee on any card, only from Discover. Every TV doctor knows nothing's more important than a good bedside manner.
I don't know how to say this.
It's okay, Doc. Give it to me straight.
No, you don't understand. I don't know how to say this. I'm just a TV doctor.
They also know you should get your annual checkup.
It could save your life.
Schedule a checkup with your doctor, know your 4 health numbers, and start taking control of your health today. Cigna, together, all the way.
At the Home Depot, this is how we give you the features to make hosting the whole family a piece of cake. This is why. With Black Friday savings now, get your 40% off major appliance LG refrigerators at the Home Depot.
Game day can be a long day. My morning typically starts around 3 or 4 o'clock. I love when people start to fill the stands and when the players start to make the people.
It's a great way for people to get fired up about what's going to happen the rest of the day.
On the eyes and ears of the viewer, you get to see a lot of things that nobody else gets to see. You go a lot of places around the stadium, and nobody else gets to go.
You put in your work all week long for this moment.
Time to check out the Pepsi Rookie of the Week nominees for Week 10, and there are a couple from the danger zone. Nick Chubb with 209 scrimmage yards for the Browns, and Baker Mayfield with his 216-yard, 3-touchdown, 151 passer rating from the weekend. Ran out of breath there. Anthony Miller, also an impressive outing, 122 yards receiving for the Bears. Rashad Penny with 108 on the ground for the Seahawks. And Leighton Vander Esch with 13 tackles and a pick for the Cowboys. You can go to NFL.com to cast your vote for your favorite, and the winner will be announced Friday right here on Total Access. Top story today, a change in plans for next week's Monday night game. It was supposed to be in Mexico City. It will instead take place at the Coliseum in Los Angeles. The league deciding today that the field conditions at Estadio Azteca did not meet league standards after heavy rains and a series of other events at the stadium. So the Rams look at another home game in their building. That game will also feature the Chiefs. It will not feature Pharaoh Cooper, but according to the Rams, he will be returning to the team somewhat soon. The receiver/punt returner has been on injured reserve following ankle surgery in Week 1. He has been designated for return, and he will be practicing with the team this week. Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell will not play this season. He did not sign the franchise tender by 4 p.m. Eastern time today. That was the deadline. That means that he will not collect the $14.5 million that he was slated to make this season. Next up for him, free agency in the spring. Meanwhile, the mystery of Hugh Jackson's role with the Bengals has been revealed. The team announcing today that Jackson will serve as a special assistant head coach.
Didn't he play a couple games though, didn't he?
He has a great comfort level with Hugh, who is now under Marvin in Cincinnati. Then Bryant had his torn Achilles tendon repaired today in what his doctor calls a successful procedure. The Saints signed Bryant last week, and 2 days later he went down in practice. Bryant gave an update on Instagram with his surgeon.
That's some painful stuff.
Everything went well. Success. Nothing to worry about. Yeah. You feeling alright? Okay.
Yeah,
On Monday, the Eagles hosted an event to raise money and still holiday gift bags for 2 local charities. All the items were donated by the wives of Eagles players and coaches to help Laurel House and Philadelphia Children's Alliance, which make it their missions to end domestic violence and promote healing for children who experience abuse in the household.
Now, how about this one? Extra, read all about it. A few headlines come from around this great nation of ours in Philadelphia. Yeah, the Cowboys getting the better of the Eagles, Cowpokes, and North Stars have them going crazy there. Dickas, those worst in the loving the Bears right about now. Tampa Bay, they want to get back to the drawing board. Speaking of the drawing board, Todd Bowles and those New York Jets, things, they have been better. And that leads us to this week's Hot Take Tuesday, and the game is all still here. dim the lights. Reggie, and Sean, gentlemen.
Boys.
Let's do it, man. All right, now, Sean, last week we said that on Thursday Night Football, Carolina, Pittsburgh, the tight ends would have more touchdowns than the wide receivers. They tied, so you close. Your hot take was the hottest of them all. So what are you hot taking on this week?
Well, I'll stick with that same theme. Tight ends. Jimmy Graham. How many touchdowns did he have this year? 2. Just 2. Not that many. I'm going to say he has more touchdowns in this game than he has all season. I'm going to say, I'm going to say he has 3 touchdowns in this game. Against his own team. Against his own team. So it'll be even sweeter. And apply his own play home.
Aaron Rodgers like that 11 personnel, don't you? That's it.
You know what? He might even dunk it over both sides. I know it's a flag. I have to cut over. Does he have a basketball background? I think so. I've never heard that. He plays above the rim. You would know anything about that.
I got video of that. We don't want to see that. Let's take this down to Dallas, Reggie. Your hot take involving the Cowboys because the NFC East still wide open is all outside.
Still wide open, man. The NFC East and the AFC South, 2 divisions still wide open. But my hot take Tuesday is that Dak Prescott is going to throw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
In how many games?
That's why he's going to throw. But I wasn't going to say this. I thought long and hard about it. Dallas Cowboys are going to win the division. They're going to come back. They're going to win the division.
You got a coupon today.
I got a coupon today.
Jump in line. I can say that. I like it. You said I like it. I like it. You said that's it.
Reggie, sometimes. All right, because now we're going to send this thing over to you because you have a solid track record when it comes to this Hot Take Tuesday. So when it comes to your hot take this week, what do you get?
Hey, did y'all see the Tennessee Titans?
That's coming to an end. They're playing the hot Indianapolis Colts.
Exactly. Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
He has a streak going right now. He has 6 games in a row and he's thrown for 3 touchdowns.
He's going to do that again. They're finally protecting him. They are protecting him. It's comfort.
He's going to throw for another 3 touchdowns. The Colts are going to win. And this thing is going to keep the train moving.
Indianapolis Colts, big W. Andrew Luck, 3 touchdowns. I'm not going to say he's going to throw for 300 yards. They're going to come down on the Colts. 3 touchdowns.
All right, the last quarterback.
They're going to win the division.
Absolutely. Touchdowns in 7 or more games. That's Tom Brady. He went 10 straight. That was 2007. So we will see Andrew Luck. He was out playing against Tennessee. Okay,
I'm going to up you one, Cole.
What do you got?
Dan Marino did it 7 times. You're going to catch him first.
Oh, wow. All right, well, he's going to crawl in. What do you want?
Okay.
We know
You just bust that license on her glove?
Well, you have a birthday coming up on Saturday?
Hey, 21, birthday 25, 50 years old. Now I got ready to call.
You're also on Sunday going into the Colts Ring of Honor, so how's that?
It's going to be great. I feel like it's definitely going to be a celebration. We're going to do that. It's going to feel like in 1999. We'll get that out the way. But you know what? This is a great, group of guys. It's an elite group that I'm being involved with. Cements my legacy there. I'm just excited for man. I'm excited for everybody. Man.
They need to serve. Maybe some applause and a control.
You know what? We're not strong. Everybody want to make it about this.
Maybe when you go back to England, you go catch up with one of those Reggie Wayne steaks that we heard so much about.
A late push for your fantasy playoffs requires a little waiver wire wisdom. Fabs has suggestions. Plus, what happens after the fall?
Stumbles at the 40.
Brady stumbled. How far does he tumble in the power rankings? And can you honestly say the Chargers are better than the Patriots?
No one in front of them.
And the Steelers are not?
Bang! Touchdown Steelers.
And Lee Harrison has answered after this.
As a coach, how do you run your team?
With an iron man. He was a perfectionist in the position, and he wanted you to be perfect. The expectations for quarterback coaches are forevermore with change.
Are you alright? Yeah. I want to rock the ball, please.
I would not be here if it were not for him. Who he was as a coach, as a teacher, Mike Holmgren made all the difference.
These holidays, there is no equal. That's right. Denzel brings it home. Guilty as charged. Home with a vengeance.
Well, Jackie Chan.
Like that. The Equalizer 2 on digital today.
If your mouth is made to amaze, let Philips Sonicare give its care a raise. If your teeth chew beyond their limit, then they've earned 62,000 movements a minute. If your mouth is used to a manual clean, treat it to micro bubbles that feel great in between. If your amazing mouth does more than its share, give it Philips Sonicare. Next level clean, next level care. There's always a way to make life better. Philips Sonicare.
Saquon Barkley? Can you give your autograph?
No problem.
Grab your Pepsi Unreal Rookie Deal today, only at Circle K.
Because you know it's best.
She knows best.
With Samuel Adams, we were always looking for the best hops. Out of 150,000 acres of hops in the world, these 16 are the best of the best. I can taste your middle fruit hops in every glass of Boston Lager.
You should see this.
If you ball, you get the call.
Seven weeks left in the NFL season, only a couple left for most fantasy teams. So it is the stretch run to get into your league's playoffs. NFL Fantasy Live is on NFL Network weekdays at 5 p.m. Eastern to help you make that push. And Michael Fabiano is with us now with that same goal.
Marcus Mariota will be the most popular ad in fantasy football this week. He's coming off a big performance against the Patriots, and he's now scored 20-plus fantasy points in 2 straight games. He also has a great matchup against the Colts next on the schedule. I also like Lamar Jackson as a speculative ad. Joe Flacco is dealing with an injured hip, so the rookie could see some starts moving forward. A former Heisman winner, Jackson averaged 122 rushing yards per game in his final 2 seasons at Louisville. Rushing totals like that can equate to fantasy gold, so Jackson's stock is on the rise. If you're looking for a running back stash, go after Josh Adams. While the Eagles' backfield is crowded, Adams has seen more time on the field in recent weeks. Coach Doug Peterson also said that he'd like to get Adams even more carries moving forward. Finally, Josh Reynolds is a good ad if you're in need at wide receiver. With Cooper Kupp out for the season, Reynolds should see an increase in targets in what is a very high-scoring Rams offense. He's still a free agent in most NFL.com leagues.
All right, they're out. Week 11 NFL Power Rankings presented by the U.S. Army. They look pretty similar to last week's rankings. You've got the Saints at the top, followed by the Chiefs and the Rams and the Chargers, who all moved up one because of the Patriots' loss. They dropped 3 spots to 5 as a result, followed by the Steelers, Panthers, Vikings, Bears, and Texans. Only changes there, the Panthers and Steelers switching spots following their head-to-head on Thursday. So that is how Elliot Harrison sees things at the top right now. I got a question for you. Do you really think the Chargers are better than the Patriots?
I think they've been more consistent than the Patriots. They haven't had major hiccups like they did in Tennessee this week. And I think with the Chargers, you guys just did your whole hot take. I got my own little hot take here. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes and Drew Brees as MVP candidates. Chargers have 2 MVP candidates. Melvin Gordon, 8 games. got 1,000 scrimmage yards. He's got 11 touchdowns. He's averaging 5.5 yards a carry, 10 yards a catch. Give me a break. And Philip Rivers, 21 touchdowns, 4 picks. Like I said, they've been consistent with you.
They have got a lot of offensive weapons. So do the Steelers, who looked so good on Thursday against a very good Carolina Panthers team. You've got them at 6. I'm wondering if you think that they are now one of the elite teams and belong in that same conversation that we had about the Rams and the Chiefs and the Saints, or are they the second tier? Is that like the line for you?
I just mentioned hiccups. You know, there's stumbles too. You have this great big win and then you stumble. We've seen this with the Steelers every year since 2014. They have a big win and then they lose. It happened last year. They had a big win. Then they play the Jags. You see it right there. It's nice producing by Aisha. 5 interceptions. Okay, the year before, same thing. 2016, they had this great big win. Everyone's excited. Yay, hot dogs, apple pie. And then they go and lose to Miami. So I'd like to see them win in Jacksonville this week.
Hot dogs and apple pie, is that what you scream after you win?
Yeah.
Get excited?
You know what
Hot dogs and apple pie.
Yes. You know what I'm like? Hold on, I want to show you one. See that little list of teams right there
Yes,
next to us?
I do.
Titans and Cowboys. When you have a great defense, if you can make your kicks, don't turn the ball over, you have a chance. They have a puncher's chance, the Titans and Cowboys.
Oh, you like them?
Yeah.
Okay. If you are fans of the Falcons and the Eagles, I suggest you do not go to NFL.com and watch power rankings because this is not a good week for your team. Everybody else, though, go check it out.
Hot dogs and apple pies, huh, Elliot? Yeah, all right. Time now for take a look at the 5 nominees for the Built For Tough Offensive Line of the Week. Bills, Browns, Colts, Saints, and Steelers, of course, the last 2 putting up 50 burgers this week. You can check out Playbook tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern Time, to find out who earned the title of the Built For Tough Offensive Line of the Week. Sean, you still haven't pegged the toughest, so how's it coming along so far, my friend?
All right, Cole, good job. It's called reading top to bottom, left to right. You handled that like a pro.
Thank you.
I love that we're talking about food as leaders the offensive line. You mentioned the top 5. How about the Saints putting up 240 yards? How about the new kids on the block? The Cleveland Browns, 211 yards rushing. But the Buffalo Bills, that's what I want to talk about. What do? They went into MetLife Stadium, home of the JETS. They put up 212 yards rushing. Shady McCoy got his C-note on. Matt Barkley has been on the team for 2 weeks. Dropped a couple of dimes. They held the ball for 19 more minutes. And they throttled the Jets at home. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, not only did LaShawn McCoy score, but how about Deion Dawkins? Everybody likes it when the big kids dance. Cole, I'll give you $5 if you can tell me where Deion Dawkins went to college.
I know he didn't go to Rutgers, so he could probably read. Top to bottom, right to left. Top to just a little bit, not big enough. In Piscataway. Now, Lavelle once said if you sit out a year of a sport you play and you're not injured, then you don't love it. Well, does that regret treating that? Well, that's for him, and that's the answer. Do the right thing today? That's for our players only. After the break, stick around, Sean. You can't hear it. You can't.
I just got my cashback match. Is this for real? Yeah. We match all the cashback new card members earn at the end of their first year automatically. Ooh, I got my money!
Trying to contain yourself, isn't it?
Let's go!
Get a $1 for $1 match at the end of your first year, only from Discover.
Let's do the thing that you do. Let's clear a path. Let's put down roots. Let's build something. Let's do the thing that you do. It pushes us forward. It keeps us going. Let's do the work.
Now with a 2 for 6 from the new crispy chicken tenders, or the crispy chicken sandwich, or the spicy crispy chicken, or the flame grilled whopper. Match or mix. Any 2 will cost you 6. Only at Burger King.
Wrangler jeans are made for those who roll with the times. Like him, and her, and these 2. New styles, great fits. Wrangler, real comfortable jeans.
To celebrate the Grinch movie, IHOP has all new Grinch pancakes, mint hot chocolate, and kids eat free from 4 to 10 p.m. right, Mr. Grinch? Get IHOP's new Grinch pancakes and see the Grinch in theaters.
Unforgettable. Thursday night, Rodgers and the Packers get to write a new script against Russell Wilson, the Seahawks, and their raucous home crowd. Seahawks, when it's on, it's on. Thursday Night Football, Thursday at 8 on NFL Network, Fox, and streaming on Prime Video.
Good food at a good price. Now you know pizza, wings, subs, salads, gyros.
Purchase of an extra large deluxe pizza at the regular price. You must mention the November special order to get this great deal. Not valid with any other coupons.
Bring your own phone, Tony.
So I could have taken the bus.
Yeah. Bring your phone, switch your carrier, and save hundreds a year with Xfinity Mobile. Call, click, or visit the store today.
The best of the AFC takes on the best of the NFC at the 2018 Pro Bowl presented by Verizon. But these guys need you to get them there. Voting is open now at NFL.com. You can weigh in before the polls close on December 13th, and we will reveal the rosters in December right here on NFL Network. Le'Veon Bell's already voted, and we know who he's voted for because he shared a screen grab of his ballot on Instagram earlier today. Check the boxes for Ezekiel Elliott and also James Conner, who has been toting the rock in his absence in Pittsburgh, an absence that is going to continue. They'll not reporting today before the deadline to do so, which means we will not see him tackle in 2018. We asked you on Twitter earlier today if you thought that he'd handled this whole franchise tag situation correctly, and it's pretty split down the middle. 40% say yes, 60% say no. What do we say? Let's go players only on this topic.
All right, ladies, we got some player hanging around here. Listen, I love that poll because everybody's got their own opinion. But let's kind of take it from a player standpoint. The locker room is very forgiving. How do you feel Le'Veon handled this whole situation? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, going back to that, the percentages there, I wonder how many of those people that said no have his jersey, or like we talked about, have him in their fantasy football games. They're a little probably upset about that. But as a player, we understand the business side of this sport. It's been this way for a long time. And I felt that Le'Veon Bell handled the situation the right way, according to the business side. I hate that he had to go through it. But this is something that's going to continue to happen until we get guaranteed contracts. And you look at the running back position, we have a short window of opportunity to make the most money possible, right? Terrell Davis played 7 years in this league. Marshall Faulk played 12. Barry Sanders played 10. So LaDainian Thompson played 11. You know, so that 10-year window that's our opportunity to make most money possible. And so when you see this kind of situation, and it's not guaranteed, you see this kind of situation played out, we sympathize with it because we know what he's going through. This is not an easy decision for Le'Veon Bell. I went through it when I was in Detroit. I got let go after my second year in Detroit for younger and cheaper. I knew that the guys they were bringing in to replace me weren't going to be able to give them the same production, right? And there's nothing against those guys, but they wanted younger and cheaper. And that's what we have to go through. So I didn't get the last 2 years of my contract.
Well, unfortunately, I just believe we're going to see more and more of this in the future. And players talk about this all the time, but nobody has had the nerve to actually go out there and be that guy to do it. But Le'Veon Bell, he is building the foundation for all the future running backs, for a lot of other positions. Guys got to take that stand to sacrifice a lot of stuff, sacrifice a lot of M's, a lot of money, a lot of millions, to take that stand to explore the future of the running back. So, like you mentioned, if they get guaranteed money out there, guys are going to be in a position where they're going to try to get as much money as they possibly can while that window is there. so they can be able to maximize as much as possible.
Yeah. You know, it is a unique perspective from the player standpoint because the injury factor is there for all.
Yes.
But for a running back, the injury rate is 100%. I mean, you're the guy, and especially for Le'Veon Bell, because he's a special running back. I mean, he wasn't just carrying the ball 40 times. He was catching the ball in the backfield. He had more touches than any running back in a 2 or 3 year span. So he definitely was taking more of a pounding. But your point about this may be kind of what we see more from other players, his was such a special case, such a special player, that it's almost, I don't know if the other players can replicate that. As far as like the franchise tag, I think that's kind of where I think he felt like he had been slighted. I think the Steelers, they've been known to kind of sit on players, so you can't pay everything. So I get that business side of it. Here's where I think Le'Veon went wrong. The communication aspect of it. The business side of it, we all understand that. We will never step on another man's line. But if you haven't told everybody, guys, look, I'm not playing. And he already made up his mind and he wasn't going to play. Why don't you tell him? Tell the guys, I'm not coming back. And if you, okay, we get your stance, we understand it. Why would you tell Mike Tomlin? Why would you tell him? Be a man, Craig.
Well, it's one thing about
I'm not playing this year. Hey, I'm doing this for me. I love you guys. I would love to come out and ride with you. But he didn't tell us.
I get what you're saying. He didn't tell anybody, but at the end of the day, you kind of want to keep that to yourself, right? Because you feel like if you tell Mike Tomlin, then Mike Tomlin's going to tell the next person, and then it's going to be.
But now they're going to change. They couldn't even negotiate a long-term deal because that's so important.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, you feel like Mike Tomlin at the point in time may be the enemy. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you what I want. You know how valuable I am. So I shouldn't even have to tell you. You should go in there and fight for me.
So I'll tell Mike, but here's the problem. The problem is it's a team, right? And that teams win championships. Le'Veon Bell, but they didn't win a championship when he was there. They might do it without him. Which will hurt even more.
Well, he's swinging this.
And now James Conner's injured, so that's the other part you got to factor into as well. He does not able to be
James Conner out now, maybe they could use Le'Veon Bell. Right. And have the Well, speaking of the team, what about the rest of our team, Lindsay?
All right, I've got another Le'Veon Bell question. Which teams does he go to next? There's got to be one that could use a dual threat running back who's averaged 130 scrimmage yards a game for his entire career. But which team is it that's next?
And Antonio Brown scores again. You can lead in the draft. Haunts me every day. Should have picked me, man. That's it. Fantasy football all season long. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Adobe, this is how we give you the features that make hosting the whole family a piece of cake. This is why. Right now, get up to 40% off major appliances like this Whirlpool kitchen suite at the Home Depot.
You hit it down the highway when you get on the right, slams on his brakes out of nowhere. You do too, from that attack. Hey, no big deal. We got a good record, and Liberty Mutual won't roll the price by raising your rates over one mistake. You hear that, Karen? Liberty Mutual doesn't know spreadsheets. I'm mature.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise their rates because of their first accident. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
What do you want to do? Drive. Oh no!
You made this?
Discover, I like your car, but I'm absolutely not paying an annual fee. Discover has no annual fee. Really? Yeah. We just don't believe in them. Oh, nice. You would not believe how long I've been rehearsing that.
No annual fee on any card, only from Discover.
We're more than just $5 medium what's happening pizza. Stuff from Nas Redskins, pasta, and new Cinnabon mini rolls. We're the $5 lineup with the best sides for your pizza. $5 each. Choose 2 or more $5 each. No one down pizza the hut.
Welcome to Mitsubishi. Is that right? Yeah. 2019 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. If you like sculpted lines, you'll love its dynamic design. Now showing at a dealership near you.
Marky, Bud Lights for everyone.
Actually, I prefer a nice mead.
Marky, Bud Lights for everyone and a mead.
Is it in tumble?
Bud Lights for everyone and one autumnal mead.
Is it malty and full-bodied because I like it?
Cancel that meeting.
Bud Light, for the many, not the few.
I love playing sports, but I'm done with dating games. That's why I want eHarmony.
At eHarmony, we connect you on what really matters. That's why every 14 minutes, someone finds love on eHarmony. Start free today.
Every one of you is here. For a reason. Please don't be my helmet. Shut up. Oh, this is good TV. Let's go. I'm going to show you who you are right here. You get away. It's an NFL football game right here, baby. Get inside the hunt. Look at the patience, look at the vision. Our crew analyzes the X's and O's and breaks down all the key plays from every game.
That's the difference between winning and losing a game.
NFL Playbook, tomorrow at 6:30, only on NFL Network.
Put on a Superman cape and took flight. Touchdown! A Kansas City record.
Breeze looks left, has me in front, fire on court, Mike Thomas.
Patriots dropped to 7-3.
If your rules right, player, touchdown!
This one was feeling pretty dangerous.
One man miss and a 50 makes it a flash to the finish line. Here's a Falcons touchdown. Who are these guys? Touchdown. Covered by the radio. Dante Fowler Jr. Most likely a group of Odell Beckham Jr. Looks like he's both like Sterling Shepard. Wow.
So because that's the week 10, we get to see the home runs that have to do with Le'Veon Bell because we know how that shook out. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent to enter 2019, so when it comes to suiting up in their team next season, Frankie Bush, where do you see him at? Where do you see him landing?
How about the Philadelphia Eagles? You think they can't use a running back right now? That's one key piece that they are missing to helping them get back to being doctors again. So I think Le'Veon and
Ring of Honor recipients on Sunday.
I'm glad you noticed that. How about the Indianapolis Colts? Can you picture him in that blue and white? No. The Colts have $125 million in cap space. When I said they got their own money, they got their own money.
They got it on the line. Joker Jumper style. Speaking of money, the New York Jets have $106 million. So Le'Veon Bell wants the Green. How about him play for the Green? Le'Veon Bell with Sam Darnold in New York City. That could be a good match. He's running for a lot closer to $1,000 on Queens Boulevard. They got the big match, we got the big match. That's true.
Hey, Rich, we saw you catch a pass for Peyton's Ring of Honor. Are you going to go out catch one again this weekend?
Well, my birthday's the day before, so that probably would be a great idea. Which means that he could be coming up the night before.
Oh, don't want to drop anything. That could get bad.
Too much cake.
We welcome you to the Coliseum in Los Angeles. The Rams about to host division rival Seattle. The Seahawks and Rams coming up next year on CBS. Hello, friends. Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson. There's no hiding the fact that it's been such a trying week, really throughout the entire state of California with the wildfires. But down here in Southern California, the Rams have found themselves surrounded by very close to their headquarters up at Thousand Oaks. There was a tragic, senseless shooting on Wednesday night that took 12 lives, and then the very next day the wildfires began in that area, forcing evacuation of 45 members of the organization, including Jared Goff, defensive coordinator Wade Phillips. It has been a week that, in Wade Phillips' words, never seen anything like it. It's 41 years in the league.
You feel it in this area, and talking to the players and coaches, it puts things in perspective. And as a player, I mean, this game, you're in that bubble, and you can just feel the heavy heart that each of them have. You feel heartbroken. This is their area. This is right where they live. You can sense that this game, it's a big deal. But life is such a precious thing. They're playing this game for 3 hours so that everybody can hopefully feel a little bit better.
The Rams have deferred. They'll be kicking to Seattle. Before that, let's first go down to the field and bring in Tracy.
Jim, you mentioned it, just a horrible week here, and the fires continue to wreak havoc in California. Over 250,000 in Southern California have been evacuated, 20 players and coaches from the Rams organization. You mentioned Jared Goff. We spoke with him on Friday, and he admitted it is very difficult to focus on football when all of this is going on. And Sean McVay realized that. He canceled practice on Friday, brought them all in on Saturday for some meetings, a quick practice here at USC, but still, they had to focus back on football. The good news is that they had lifted the evacuation surrounding the facility. Players and coaches could get back into their homes, but still a very dire situation here in California. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tracy. Sirline will be kicking it away to Tyler Lockett, and as Tracy alluded to, no practice for the Rams on Friday, Tony.
Yeah, the red zone period. That's going to be interesting to watch today, but they walked through on Saturday to get themselves ready.
And the whole practice just 200 yards away from here on the USC campus. So let's bring out Russell Wilson and the Seahawks come into this game at 4-4. Both of these teams coming off a loss last week. Wilson and the Seahawks losing to the Los Angeles Chargers, while the Rams had their first setback of the season after 8 opening wins, losing the game down at New Orleans 45-35. And they've got no DJ Fluker at right guard, no Carson today, the running back, both inactive. This, of course, is a run-heavy offense for Coach Pete Carroll. Pete Davis can do a tackle and giving up a nice 12-yard run. So Davis will get the bulk of the work today for the Seattle run game.
Well, this is where Seattle's finding their identity. Started here, they're kind of still figuring out who they had. Now they're power physical, almost like 5 years ago. Now the defense is coming out. This is a different Seattle team at this point of the year than they were to start with. Last time they played the Rams, they did oppose the world early in that game.
And they rushed for more yards against the Rams than any other Los Angeles opponent this season. Back since week 3, they're the leading rushing team in the league. And they're going on the ground for another nice rush by Davis for 5, maybe 6. So just really important ingredients, though, in that ground game for them out. So this is the way they're going to line up here offensively. Get Carson out, Fluker out.
And to me, this right here, you can use that last game. You ran it so well.
Damn!
I expected this to play out early in this football game to use the advantages that you had last year, knowing they're going to come in and stop the run.
You saw Fluker on the sideline. They love him, but he's out again with that calf injury. And a flag is out. John Hussey and crew on hand to govern this game.
Blue formation. Offset. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. Find their penalty. Second down.
And now the Rams defense, again, the coordinator, the great Wade Phillips, 41 seasons in the league. And he calls it still in transition. 7 new starters from a year ago. Still trying to come up exactly with their identity, but they have some great strength on the inside, particularly that defensive line.
Yes, they do. And those guys, you don't want to get into a game when you're passing 40 times. They will rush the passer inside as well as anyone.
And just a 2-yard gain for Davis that time.
I do think you're going to see a little evolution with this Rams defense. Wade Phillips is a man-to-man defensive coordinator. He wants to live in man. He wants to come out and man rushes over and over again. But what he's finding out with this team is, Marcus Peters, he's a good corner in zone coverage. He can read stuff and react. He's got some stuff to make it. You're going to see a little more zones coming out there. And that's going to be something that either pays dividends or hurts him in his history.
Peters had a rough outing last week against the Saints.
And you see right up here, that's the matchup.
3rd and 8. And Wilson over the head for that throw for David Moore, but we got another flag out. And Wilson got hit.
Up in the backfield. Defense number 58. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
So Littleton's personal foul will put the football for the Seahawks onto the Rams side of the field. As you see it, is Wilson like, hey guys, you can't do that. And the officials saw it as well.
Yeah, you can't work up the real arguments. Like, you could reach up and grab his legs. You just can't dive into him. And you see, they missed you this year.
Not very often are they flagged. 3rd fewest in the league.
They play smart.
You see just 7 giveaways on the season as well.
This is the Seattle needs to play with a close football game. They They get behind and turns into a pass fest. They're playing right into the Rams.
New set announced. Los Angeles 46. They flip it. Rocket. They break it. Look at this one. Spins it away. Putting another marker on the field. That was some effort by Tyler Lockett. It looked like he was going to be dumped for about a 5-yard loss, and he was able to escape a couple more hits. Picked up 17. Let's see what the flag says.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense number 56. That 15-yard penalty is after this to the goal. Correction after this to goal. Automatic. First down.
So the flag is on Dante Fowler, who they traded for from Jacksonville just a week ago, just his second game as a Ram. And there's the face mask.
Yeah, he did. That was right in front of him.
74 is before he was eligible.
He rips him around. That's a good call. Popper is going to help them. Their outside pass rush wasn't near as good. They moved super outside to try and create more of a rush there. Obviously, everyone knows about Donald, who might be the most disruptive interior player. You know, he is in football right now. Over the last 5-10 years, it's him and Watt and everybody else on the inside. So, with him there, Popper, boy, it could get better if you're in the passing game.
So the Seahawks aided by 2 personal foul penalties on this opening drive. Now have a first down at the 14. Rolling out. Wilson. Just throws it incomplete. Power provided the pressure, flushing him out. And the throwaway, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Got to give the Rams credit there. That's exactly first down and 10. That's exactly where Seattle thought they were going to get a big play. We ran it on you well. We started really good. We really hurt you last time we played. We know we're coming in Rams with a game plan to shut the run down. You said against them. Rams were prepared for it.
Davis remains a running back. Baldwin at the top. He has not scored a touchdown this year. They're going to go on the ground again with Davis in traffic, plowing ahead down to the 8. Which will set up 3rd and 4. Chris Carson in his first game had 116 yards on the ground against the Rams, but a hip injury. They worked him out before the game. It was questionable.